He's running for president in 2024, but who is Chase Oliver and what does he stand for? Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman and welcome back to Illustrate to Educate. In this video, we'll take an informative look at who Chase Oliver is and his platform, including the economy, immigration, war on drugs, civil liberties, foreign policy, healthcare, abortion, and education. Before we touch on those, let's first look at who Chase Oliver is. Chase Oliver is an American political activist and sales account executive. He is the Libertarian Party nominee for the 2024 U.S. presidential election and has previously run for the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives in Georgia. Oliver gained significant attention in the 2022 Senate race in Georgia, receiving over 2% of the vote and contributing to a runoff election. Formerly a Democrat, he switched to the Libertarian Party in 2010 after becoming disillusioned with the continuation of the Iraq War under Obama. Oliver's 2024 presidential campaign has seen him win key primary contests in Oklahoma and Iowa, establishing him as a prominent figure within the Libertarian Party. Now let's dive into some objectives of Chase Oliver's platform if he were to become president. Let's first look at his policies regarding the economy. Chase Oliver aims to reduce government interference in the economy, which he believes stifles innovation and competition. He proposes closing regulatory loopholes, ending tariffs, and prohibiting bailouts for irresponsible businesses. Oliver advocates for a balanced budget amendment to prevent perpetual deficit spending. He believes these measures will foster a more dynamic and competitive market, allowing individuals and businesses to thrive without undue government influence. His economic policies focus on reducing regulations, promoting free trade, and ensuring fiscal responsibility. Next, let's look at immigration. Chase Oliver believes the current U.S. immigration system is overly complex and ineffective, necessitating radical reform. He calls for a return to an Ellis Island-style processing system for immigrants, simplifying the path to citizenship and legal work status. He advocates for integrating the 8 million undocumented immigrants already contributing to the economy, creating pathways for citizenship for DACA-eligible residents and the children of temporary workers, and expanding visas for skilled immigrants. These changes aim to boost economic growth, meet labor demand, and reduce enforcement costs. Chase Oliver's views on the war on drugs, which has spanned 5 decades, has failed to achieve its objectives and has led to increased violence, corruption, and cartel power, according to Chase Oliver. He plans to end this war by decriminalizing cannabis, removing regulatory hurdles, and issuing full pardons for nonviolent drug offenses. He plans to work with Congress to repeal the Controlled Substances Act and push for the Drug Policy Reform Act, which decriminalizes drug possession and use. His approach includes encouraging voluntary treatment for heavy users and addicts, treating drug issues as public health concerns rather than criminal offenses. Next, let's look at civil liberties. Chase Oliver believes that government overreach often infringes on privacy and civil liberties under the guise of protection. He aims to abolish the Patriot Act and repeal the FISA Amendment Act, which enables unconstitutional surveillance. He also seeks to end TSA, known for civil liberty violations, and review the data collection practices of federal agencies. Oliver promises to protect whistleblowers exposing government abuses and emphasizes the importance of individual privacy. His administration will work to ensure that citizens' rights are prioritized over government surveillance and control. When it comes to foreign policy, Chase Oliver advocates for a foreign policy focused on peace, not intervention. He proposes closing overseas military bases, ending aid to countries at war, and using trade to promote peace. He supports allowing private parties to aid allies voluntarily and emphasizes America's role as a mediator in conflicts. He believes the U.S. should stop using drones for international conflicts and instead focus on defending free trade and markets. His vision is to transform America into a beacon of peace by reducing military interventions and fostering international goodwill. Chase Oliver believes healthcare costs are high due to government overregulation and advocates for market-based solutions. He supports expanding health savings accounts, reducing regulatory burdens on the pharmaceutical industry, and ending practices like patent evergreening. Oliver argues that these measures will increase competition, foster innovation, and lower healthcare costs. His approach emphasizes the role of free markets in providing affordable and accessible healthcare, promoting patient choice, and reducing bureaucratic inefficiencies. Next, let's look at his views on abortion. Chase Oliver believes the government should not interfere in personal choices, particularly regarding complex issues like abortion. He supports decriminalizing abortion, preventing federal funding for abortion clinics through the Hyde Amendment, and incentivizing adoption by reducing its costs. Oliver emphasizes that decisions about abortion should be made by individuals and their doctors, not the government. His stance highlights the importance of bodily autonomy and individual rights in a free society, advocating for personal choice over legislative mandates. Chase Oliver supports removing federal involvement in education, advocating for the abolition of the Department of Education. He proposes block granting federal education funds back to states to be returned to taxpayers. Oliver also supports ending the federal government's role in student loans to allow market forces to lower education costs. He believes decentralizing education policy will empower parents and students, encouraging innovation and reducing bureaucratic inefficiencies. His approach emphasizes local control and market solutions to improve the education system. Did you find this video about Chase Oliver to be helpful? If so, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Illustrate to Educate to support the channel and the creation of more simple and objective videos on topics that matter. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other videos.